we're here to announce and celebrate that GLI and the Louisville Department of Economic Development have been awarded the Mac Conway Award by Site Selection Magazine. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. For the 7th year in a row. This is big news. The award recognizes project excellence in relocation, expansion, and foreign direct investment projects for the calendar year 2022. This award shows businesses across the nation that we are a wonderful place to do business for a company that is growing. I have to give a shout out to our economic development team, who has been working to coordinate leads, hand off projects, and conduct research. I'm going to need some water, if you don't mind. Now it's my honor to introduce the president and CEO of Norton Healthcare, Russ Cox, who is also the chair of the GLI Board of Directors.
Good morning. Winning awards is so much fun. It's terrific. However, I got to tell you, as I was looking at the information, I realized that the reason that our organizations won this award was for activity that happened in 2022. And I didn't become board chair until 2023. So I think I have to take all of the acceptance and credit Pernavere, who was our chair of GLI during 2022, and all these great things happened, but I'm not going to let that stop me from taking credit for it. I mean, I get blamed for a lot of things. I'm going to take some credit for it, but it is a great day when you can have the city that you love so much honored, and when the recognition of partnership can be brought forward in such a way as this. Now, I do recognize, I heard Sarah say that we'd won it for 7 years in a row. So pressure's on. I don't want to be the guy who we lose in the 8th year, so we need to continue to do this. But in all seriousness, congratulations to everybody who's had a piece of this. And this award really talks about a lot of things to me. But one of the things right off the bat is how important it is to be able to accurately tell our story and convince others of the wonderful things that we all intuitively know about our city and the greater Louisville area. Now, the projects during 2022 that we're going to give Perna credit for, and Sarah and everybody who's in this room, are pretty impressive when you look at those. The magazine took note of the UPS Supply Chain's $155 million investment into Jefferson County and UPS's investment of $178.5 million into Bullitt County. It also looked at Intervenue's $264 million expansion in Shelby County, Ryerson's $29.5 million expansion in Shelby County, and Exception's $125 million expansion in Jefferson County. I always like to remind people that this is wonderful. This is us bringing new individuals, new people to the city that we love so much, but we also have to look around and say there's so many great businesses that continue to grow in this environment in this city, and we are in one right now. Confluent Health. I mean, talk about the job Larry Benz has done. Talk about how he's grown, and we're going to hear about Confluent Health in just a few minutes, but it made me feel good walking in here to say this is one of those rich healthcare companies that I talk about when I talk about such a strong healthcare DNA in Louisville. So, and of course at Norton Healthcare, we like to think that we're part of that growth. Hopefully you've heard that very soon the first hospital west of 9th Street in over 150 years will come out of the ground in a different way that we're expanding in our community. So it's very important as we look at attraction that we also look at how we invest and care about those businesses that have been here for so long. And the news is good. 2022, there were 13 projects representing about 1,500 new jobs and about $953 million of new investment. I hope this year that we're able to bring the 27 that we have in the pipeline already home, because they'll represent about 3,500 potential new jobs and about $1.4 billion in new economic development. One of the other things I wanted to say to you today and hope that we can continue to embrace is this idea of regionalism. I really do think it's important. People ask me all the time, what do you mean by regionalism? And the best answer that I can give is it's what makes the greater Louisville, it's what the greater part of greater Louisville is. And it's greater because of geographics, but it's also greater because we do better things together when we look at that 15 county area. And when we're meeting with businesses, we're able to convincingly say we have resources, relationships, we have ways to access resources in a very broad part of Louisville. And we can meet your company's needs. And we don't necessarily care that it's at this address or at this county, but that it's in the greater Louisville area and that we'll all benefit from this. Now, we're all still very focused on how we continue to grow our city and the great things that we do. But regionalism going forward is going to be the way that we become even greater, in my way of thinking. So I'm very pleased that this award is one of those that recognizes the ability of a private sector and a public sector to work together for the good of a greater community. Last week was big for us. It was big for our city in a lot of ways. One of those ways is Mayor Greenberg ran the mini in less than 2 hours. I happened to see him that day as he blew by me in his running, but the energy that he's brought to our city is very similar to the energy that he brought to the race that day. And I say that because we recognize in this city that it's not going to be a sprint. It's going to be a marathon. And the way that or a mini marathon. I don't want to give you too much credit. It was the mini, right? If you ran the marathon in under 2 hours, But it was very big for everyone in our community last week because during that budget address that he made, he proposed funding, continued investment in GLI's regional economic development efforts. He has continued to stress to me, as chair of this organization, the importance of the city working together with GLI to really begin to promote our brand in a different way, to really begin to talk about the services that we can offer together, how we can coordinate, how we can not duplicate, how we can be efficient, and how we can always put our best foot forward. But his proposal to Metro Council to fund this is another reminder of the great things that are ahead for our community. So this is a great day. We're excited about what the future is. We certainly want to win number 8. There's a whole lot to celebrate today with this award, but there's probably more to be optimistic about in the years ahead with great leadership that I now would like to turn over to our mayor under 2 hours in the mini. And by the way, I saw it was also senior night last night for a certain tennis player in your family. Is there nothing the Greenberg family can't do? Please join me in welcoming our mayor.
Thank you so much, Russ. It's great to be with everyone here today to celebrate this great award. I'm not sure what I did here, but
I had trouble with it too.
There we go. Okay, great. No, it's great. And I was actually going to start off with a congratulations to you. It was fun to see you in the race. And Russ was out there with a lot of colleagues from Norton Healthcare. And there's no better way than to build camaraderie in an organization than to do things like running together, doing other activities outside of work together. And I know that's just part of the amazing culture at Norton Healthcare that you've built. So congratulations to you and your team as well. It's great to have this announcement. It's great to do it during Kentucky Derby Festival Week when we're celebrating all of the wonderful things about our city, about what truly makes our city a wonderful, unique place, not just this week, but every week. And so I think that's a big part of what this award is recognizing. It's recognizing the hard work and effort of so many organizations, of so many people. And even more importantly than that, it's great for business, but it's also great for people in Louisville. It's great for the number of jobs that we've created. People who are able to buy their first home, to put food on the table, to send their kids to college, to invest in new businesses and create even more good-paying career path jobs, and to build a city that is safer, that's stronger, than healthier than it is today. That's what this is all about. That's what economic development is all about creating opportunity for people so that everyone has the opportunity to pursue their hopes and dreams, to provide for their family, to live in a safe, clean, green neighborhood. And that's what we're going to continue to do in partnership. And so that's what's so wonderful about celebrating this award together, not just for any one part of the city, but for all parts of the city, whether it's investing in businesses that are located downtown or here like at Confluent Health in the East End, in the South End, in the West End. We are committed to making sure that every part of the city thrives with more businesses growing, more businesses creating good paying career path jobs. And that's what this award is about. This award also, I think, represents the great things that can happen through partnership. And I want to give a big shout out to Ben Moore and Jeff O'Brien, our entire Louisville Metro Government Economic Development team. Thank you all so much for everything that you all do. And to Russ, to Sarah, to the entire GLI team, thank you all for what you do for our city. Working together, we can achieve so much more than working apart, whether it's in economic development, whether it's in solving some of our biggest challenges like reducing the amount of gun violence, addressing our homeless crisis, building more affordable housing, you name it. In partnership, we can do more together. And so that's another thing that makes this so special. And as Russ just mentioned, that's part of the reason why in my recent proposed budget, I proposed strengthening the relationship between the city and GLI so that together we could really work to bring even more businesses to Louisville that are investing in good paying career path jobs, that we could do more to attract people from around the country who want to live in Louisville because it's an amazing city, it's an affordable city, it's a safe city, it's got great parks, it has great educational institutions, and so much more. And so together, I believe that we can truly do more than we do apart. And so congratulations to, like Russ, a lot of the work that we're celebrating here today happened before I became mayor. And so I want to really recognize all of the people that helped make this happen. But I can assure you that Metro government is going to continue to support partnerships like this, work like this, to continue to build an economy that works for everyone across our entire city. And one of our wonderful businesses that's located here that we're in today is Confluent Health Systems. It really is a great story of entrepreneurial success, of a company that creates great jobs, that gives back to the community, and provides a vital service to every one of its customers here at Confluent Health Systems. And so we're honored to be here today at Confluent, and I'm excited to next introduce Kimberly Mascaro, who's the Chief Marketing Officer and Executive Vice President of Confluent. Thank you for everything that you, Larry, and your entire team do for our city, do for the country. We love having you in Louisville, and thanks for hosting us today. So, Kimberly?
I'll be brief, which is not usually my strong suit. So anyway, but thank you so much, Mayor Greenberg. I am Kim Mascaro. I'm Confluent Health's Executive Vice President and Chief Marketing Officer, and I am honored to congratulate Greater Louisville, Inc. and Louisville Metro Government on their well-deserved recognition, the prestigious Mac Conway Award for Excellence in Economic Development. This recognition is a testament to the innovative spirit and the collaborative mindset that makes Louisville such a special place to live and to work. Congratulations. It's a pleasure to have you all here today at Confluent Health, our brand new national headquarters, a cornerstone that represents the fertile economic growth of our region. This building is home to hundreds of employees and room for hundreds more who support the mission of transforming and innovating musculoskeletal health care, one patient, one provider, and one employee at a time. It's no secret that Louisville is a national leader in the healthcare sector, and our Kentucky-born and bred ecosystem allows for companies like us to flourish. That's why we're so proud to partner with organizations like GLI and our elected officials like Mayor Greenberg, who are committed to driving our city forward by investing in our region's continued growth. We look forward to working with GLI, Louisville Metro, and our other partners to achieve even greater things in years to come. Once again, congratulations on this well-deserved recognition, and thank you for all you do to make our region a better place for everyone. And now I will invite Sarah back up to the podium for closing comments. Thank you so much. Welcome to Confluent.
Thank you, Kim, Mayor, and Russ. I am back up and better hydrated now. And I believe our panel here is ready to take questions from the media.
Mayor, you and Russ both hinted at this, that additional money that you are proposing in your budget for the talent attraction and regional development with GLI. Can you just talk about why you think that's important, what you think it's going to do on top of the existing partnership, and how you think it'll guarantee that you win the award under Russ?
Thank you for that.
So my focus since even before becoming mayor is how do we work together to with both local let me start all over. My focus since becoming mayor has been focused when it comes to economic development is how do we do the most to create more good paying career path jobs here? How do we get local businesses that are already based in Louisville to want to invest more here, to bring departments or other areas of their business or as they grow to be located in Louisville, not in other places, and then of course attract new jobs here as well. And so I think different organizations have different strengths that can do different things well. And that's why I wanted to strengthen the relationship between the city and GLI. The city and GLI have been working together for many years. Their relationship has taken different forms over the years, but through a new contract with GLI that will specify out exactly what they're doing with respect to economic development, what the city is doing with respect to economic development, I think will be better to help attract even more businesses than we're already attracting to Louisville, to do it in a more proactive, organized fashion. Some of the areas, as you heard about, will be talent attraction, what we can do to get people to live here. Right now, we're at a unique time. People can live almost wherever they want and have a good job. Some people are working remotely. We should be doing more and in a proactive way to attract folks to live in Louisville. Companies can locate anywhere, particularly if they have remote workers. We have to think of ourselves as a region, as Russ mentioned, because we're more than just what's going on inside of Jefferson County that impacts all of us. And then also with respect to branding, we, I think, need to think about the way that we present ourselves to the country and the world, because Louisville, like everyone, is a changing city, and we have so much to offer, and we're a very different city today than we were a decade ago. And so I think by working together with GLI on this, we can do an even better job of attracting more business investment here, which creates more jobs and creates more personal wealth for individuals in Louisville. One other area of the budget that I wanted to highlight with respect to economic development is a new position called Director of City Partnerships. And this position, working with the city, will proactively reach out to businesses that are already located in Louisville, businesses large and small, to ask what the city can do to help them grow, to help create more good-paying jobs here in Louisville. And at the same time, ask those businesses about how they can get involved in investing in their city. Are there events that they want to sponsor? Do they want to build a pavilion at a park? Do they want to help support public transportation? There are so many things that our city could benefit if we bring the private sector more involved in helping support some of what we do, either through the government or through other local nonprofit organizations. And so I think the city can do a better job of harnessing the strength of our private sector to invest in the good of overall for our whole community. Any other questions?
Sarah, would you also like to speak on that? I mean, you're obviously probably looking forward to being able to expand your role in, like you said, talent attraction and branding.
Thank you. We're very encouraged by the conversations that we've had with Mayor Greenberg. We feel like it's a whole new day, and we're very excited about that and building out the partnership and ironing out exactly what we will do. We are still working through details of that, and we're excited about the tone that the conversations have taken and the collaborative nature of the partnership.
Would this new direction require any changes at GLI? Do you see the organization evolving in any?
We see our role at GLI enhancing, and we don't really see anything changing dramatically in a reduced scale. So we see our role as a chamber being stronger than ever.
Just one other thing I wanted to add, piggybacking on what Sarah just said, is this is an investment in both GLI and in the city. We need to do even more with respect to economic development from the city's perspective than we have done. And so we're going to continue to invest in the economic development department. We have an amazing team, as I mentioned, Ben and Jeff and their whole team that are here today. We're going to be proposing some additions and we announced some other restructuring that we did in the budget as well. But we need more people working on economic development. This is a very, very competitive environment that we live in. People can live anywhere. Businesses can be located anywhere. And so we are committed as part of Louisville Metro to ensure that we have the people and the structure necessary to continue to build our amazing economy here, to really grow to new heights as we move forward into the future.
I have a question for Ken. Obviously, Confluent Health could have gone anywhere. You had the big ribbon cutting here a year ago. If Russ and the mayor and Sarah came up to you and said, we want to get more Confluence in Louisville, what do you think we need to do to get there? What would be your advice to them? Could you step up to the mic?
Oh, goodness. We focus on culture. And so the culture of the community is really, really important, being able to be involved in the community. So we like the fact that, we talk about being local with a national reputation. And I think that's what we do at Louisville, at Greater Louisville, as well as at Confluent. And so we'd really want to focus on how this is a small town where you can get to know people, you can meet people, you can connect, and you can very quickly plant roots. Anything else? Does that help? Okay.
Anything else you want to know about that?
All right. Thank you all very much. And again, congratulations to everyone who won this award for the 7th straight year. Here's to 8th and many, many more. Thank you all very much.